fashion came into my life when I had my very, very first haute couture dress made by Hubert de Givenchy for a picture called Sabrina. And I must say I wasn't disappointed. The beauty of it was extraordinary in the way it was made. And I've always had a love for pretty things, pretty clothes.
Welcome, dear seeker of grace, to a journey through the luminous legacy of Audrey Hepburn, a woman who transformed simplicity into an art form and humanity into a revolution. This is not merely a lesson in aesthetics, but a manifesto for living with intention, dignity, and quiet power. By the end, you will possess not just the tools, but the soul of timeless elegance. Part 1. The Philosophy of Grace. 1. Composure as a sacred art. The power of silence. Audrey understood that silence is not emptiness, it is a canvas. In chaos, she became the eye of the storm. Practice this. When tension rises, breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This ancient rhythm will anchor you to your calm. Diplomacy through softness. Her voice rarely rose above a murmur, yet it carried the weight of conviction. Learn her script. I see your perspective, but let me offer mine. Disarm with curiosity, not confrontation. 2. The elegance of restraint. Lessons from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Audrey's little black dress was not just a garment, it was a philosophy. In a world screaming for attention, she chose refinement. Declutter your wardrobe, speech, and schedule. Let every yes be deliberate, every no a velvet-bound decree. The art of subtraction. Remove 1 accessory before leaving the house. Subtract 3 unnecessary words from your sentences. Elegance thrives in the space between enough and too much. Part 2. The Anatomy of Movement. 3. Posture as Poetry. Ballet of the Everyday. Audrey's posture was a relic of her ballet training. Spine elongated, shoulders soft, chin parallel to the earth. Stand now. Imagine a golden thread pulling you upward from your crown. Feel your lungs expand. This is how you claim space without uttering a word. The language of hands. Her hands told stories. Study the way she held a cigarette holder, loose yet precise. Practice. Pour tea as if it's a sacred ritual. Fold letters with creases sharp enough to cut doubt. 4. The seduction of subtlety. Eyes that speak. Audrey's gaze was a lantern in the dark. Warm, steady, unafraid to linger. In conversations, let your eyes say, I am here. You matter. Avoid darting glances. Mystery dies under scrutiny. The whisper of touch. Notice how she brushed a friend's arm or straightened a child's collar. Physicality, when sparing and sincere, becomes a language of its own. A light hand on a shoulder can say more than a speech. Part 3. The Alchemy of Authenticity. 5. Vulnerability as Velvet Armor. The Tears of the Nun's Story. Audrey wept openly on screen, her vulnerability a masterclass in strength. To be elegant is not to be invincible. It is to fold pain into wisdom. Write a letter to your younger self tonight. Sign it. You are allowed to feel. The courage of imperfection. She famously said, I'm not beautiful. My mother is the beautiful one. Embrace your flaws. The gap in your teeth, the softness of your waist. These are not mistakes, but signatures. 6. Generosity without grandeur. The UNICEF Chronicles. Audrey's greatest role was not Holly Golightly, but the woman who knelt in mud to hold starving children. Elegance without empathy is a hollow crown. This week, perform 1 act of kindness anonymously. Let it be your secret masterpiece. The grace of listening. She listened as if the speaker were the only person in the world. Practice. Ask one profound question daily. What brought you joy today? And let silence hold the answer. Part 4. Rituals to cultivate legacy. 7. The sacred mundane. Morning alchemy. Audrey began each day with ballet stretches and black coffee in a porcelain cup. Create your own liturgy. Light a candle. Write 3 gratitudes. Stretch toward the sun. Let routine become reverence. The evening unwind. She soaked in milk baths to soften her skin and spirit. Tonight, steep lavender in your bath. As you sink into the water, whisper, I release what does not serve me. The wardrobe of intent. Less is eternal. Audrey owned 7 pairs of ballet flats, each repaired until threadbare. Build a capsule wardrobe. 1 trench coat, 2 silk blouses, a strand of pearls. Let every piece tell a story. Fragrance as memory. She wore Linted, a scent crafted just for her. Find your signature perfume. Apply it to your wrists and collarbone, not as a mask, but as a whispered promise to yourself. Part 5. The eternal mindset. 9. Elegance in adversity. The war years. Audrey survived World War II on nettle soup and tulip bulbs. Yet, she said, people, even more than things, deserve to be restored. When life fractures, ask, how can I rebuild with beauty? The power of pivot. She transitioned from dancer to actress to humanitarian without apology. Reinvention is not betrayal, it is evolution. List 3 skills you've neglected. Reignite 1 this month. 10. Leaving a whisper, not a shout. The art of discretion. Audrey's private life stayed private. In an age of oversharing, let your mystery be your magnetism. Share vulnerabilities, not victimhood. Triumphs, not trophies. Legacy as a quiet ripple. She never sought to be an icon, she simply was. Plant trees under whose shade you'll never sit. Write letters to your future grandchildren. Elegance outlives trends. Audrey Hepburn's true magic was not in her cheekbones or her Givenchy gowns. It was in her unwavering choice to meet the world with kindness, curiosity, and quiet courage. As you close this chapter, remember, elegance is not worn, it is lived. It is the way you thank the bus driver, the patience you show a struggling stranger, the grace with which you forgive yourself. Now go, darling. Write your life in a language only your soul understands. The world is waiting for your gentle revolution.